Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her? We're San Diego's LGBTQ pop culture podcast, and hopefully we won't have technical difficulties like last week. If we do, oh well, sorry. I am your host, Tony, and I'm here with my other host.
I am Daddy Bear Eric.
And you guys, Bryn is not here this week. She is trapped at a children's birthday party.
In Orange County.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
That's some kind of birthday party.
Yeah. So we brought in our friend, Chris Gomez. He was,
hello.
for our old school listeners, he was in our very, very first season, came on the show. But actually, Chris, you run like Chula Vista and a couple other districts here in San Diego.
He runs this town.
He runs this town.
Couple different neighborhoods.
Yeah, but what neighborhoods? Explain to the audience exactly what you do here in San Diego.
So the company I work for, we actually create these assessment districts where we actually manage different neighborhoods. We put on special events. We do marketing promotion. So a lot of you may know Little Italy. That's actually my neighborhood. I'm the district manager there. But we just took over management of downtown Chula Vista. And so we're doing a whole rebrand down there. We're doing some new events. We just finished up Dia de los Muertos. We're getting ready for a tree lighting ceremony.
Yeah.
And we actually just took over in November East Village.
Yeah, East
Yeah.
Village.
So we got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
But like Chula Vista, because I grew up down there since I'm old school, born and raised here, just like you, Chris. Chula Vista, especially downtown near 3rd Avenue, has changed so much over the years.
Definitely.
Like there are so many cool restaurants, breweries, even a theater down there. It is like come up. We actually did the taste of 3rd Avenue with Chris, and it was the restaurant. It was so packed.
Yeah, the culinary options there. It's awesome. Plus all the breweries like you talked about. It's amazing.
It's come a long way, the 3rd Avenue. So that's one of your districts, but you really started in Little Italy.
Yeah.
And you handled the tree. You're going to be handling the tree lighting there. And
when does that happen?
Yeah.
We're doing Little Italy tree lighting on Saturday, December 3rd, and then downtown Chula Vista is Sunday, the 4th.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
that's a busy weekend.
So it's a back-to-back.
Yeah.
And then East Village is having a conversation that we might be doing something the second weekend of
Oh,
December.
God.
So
Oh God! You just got off of a bunch of Halloween stuff too for all of these little. It's like living in New York. We have our different bureaus or whatever they're
Exactly,
called.
boroughs,
Chula Vista, East Village,
and even
Little
then,
Italy.
more.
Yeah, and the other thing Little Italy does is the art walk every year, which we went to this year, and it's a bunch of local artists do the booths. They sell their artwork. You bought a couple really cool pieces.
Oh, yeah. Amazing artists from Baja and in Mexico. They come up.
Yeah.
They work with the Mexican consulate to bring these artists in. It's actually really awesome to not only see local artists from San Diego, but also from Mexico and Tijuana.
Yeah, it was really cool. There was a lot of really good artists this year. We had a good time. But you, Eric, you went and visited a new place for lunch today, didn't you?
I did, yeah. So I went to El Rey Birria in Golden Hill, which is like my neighborhood that I live in. And it was really, really, really great. The food was so good. I got quesabirria, and then I don't know how to say it, but I got the little soup on the side.
How do you say it? Try
consommé.
saying it.
I don't even
Try saying it.
Consommé.
What did he say?
What did you say, Chris?
Consommé.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
How was it? It was good food?
It's really good. It's really good, and it's cute. It's in this kind of like parking lot shopping center.
Yeah.
It's a food truck that's like permanently set up there. And it's really well decorated. The food was amazing. I heard about them on NPR a couple of months ago. So it was like,
you listen to NPR?
I do. I
I'm
love
so
my
surprised.
NPR. Actually, working from home, I consider NPR as like my other coworker because I just want to hear talking voices when it's so quiet. So
Girl, I hear you. I work from home and I'm like, I haven't spoken at all today.
right, you get to like 3:30 and you're
Yeah,
like,
and I'm like, I have
haven't
literally not used my voice today.
Isn't that what Alexa's for? Alexa, tell me a joke.
I need to get an Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa, tell me I'm pretty.
Exactly. Alexa, tell me the latest gossip.
Yes, Alexa, what is our office gossip? She's like, bitch, it's just you and me.
Wait a minute. Going back to the birria place.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so did they have the birria ramen?
they do, yes.
Oh, it's so good.
I was gonna try that, but I ended up getting something else instead. But I think
nice.
next time I definitely want to get that.
Yeah.
Caesar got birria fries, which
Ooh.
were really good too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And last night you guys went out to Sabat or
Yeah.
Goth Night at the Marrow here in San Diego. How was that?
Club Sabat. We had a blast. We
Yeah.
had so much fun. This is only my second time ever going. And I really, really, really like the crowd. It's a different crowd for Hillcrest where it's much more straight gay mixed.
Oh, okay.
But I feel that the straight people that are there are so respectful of being in Hillcrest and of the space, and they're so nice and so friendly.
good.
The girls are really cool. Like everyone's just, it's such a really nice vibe. I really enjoyed it.
We have talked about this on the show, and it's been a trend lately in our community where there is people from the straight community coming in into the gay spaces and not respecting it. So that is awesome that there is actually allies respecting the environment they're coming into. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I had a great time, and the music was fantastic. It's very like goth industrial dance music, which is just so different for Hillcrest too. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I used to be really big into like going to that in my 20s, but now I feel like I'm an old man. I can't go.
Well, I mean, you'd be surprised. There's like people of all ages and races and genders and. Like,
but what
there's
time
like
did you guys
50-year-olds there. We went to PEX beforehand.
Yeah.
And then we probably got there at what, maybe 11, I think.
See, I'm already done by that. I'm already in my pajamas, smoking. I'm done. I'm like, no, I can't.
Solid
can't.
9 o'clock.
Solid 8:30.
If you don't
girl.
have me out the door by 9
kidding.
o'clock, girl, we're not going nowhere.
Exactly. You know what exciting thing I did?
What
I
was
had
that?
jury duty.
Oh, right.
Look at you and your civic self.
I know. I had jury duty on Friday. But okay, one, this is what I think about jury duty. It's a waste of time if you don't get picked. It really is. I sat there forever. But there was this incident that happened that just brought joy to my heart.
I am dying for this story.
Okay. So I'm sitting, because I teased this the other
did.
night. I
You've
was like,
been
I'm going to
teasing
save
it
it for the podcast.
all week.
So I am sitting there, and it's this big room of people, right? There's this guy that walks in, and like from the neck down, he is very business casual, middle-aged man, probably in his late 50s, mid-50s to late 50s. But like he was wearing a wig.
Oh.
That hadn't been combed out for years. You can see the tracks behind and you can see kind of his real hair, which now I learned wasn't his real. I'll get to that. But I was like walking behind him, I'm like, he's wearing a wig, and it's a bad wig. Like it was this really gross auburn color. Sorry, Bryn. Auburn color. And I was like, why is he wearing a wig? And so I'm sitting there and like not paying attention. And of course they called like me as one of the people to go. And so they call people to go into where they do the jury selection. They called him too.
Yeah.
So my whole thing was like, I'm going to just say I sympathize with everybody. I don't care who they are, so they will let me go, right? And that was my goal, and that's what I did, and I didn't get picked, thank God, because I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But this guy, they come up to him and ask him a question. I forget what the question was. It was like something about, I think the case had to do something with like property manager or something like that, property management or some weird shit. They asked him a question. I can't remember the question, but he stood up, did not even answer the question, went on a rant about the birds and bee population in San Diego, had nothing to do, stood up, went on this rant. During his rant, pulled off his wig
Oh my God,
to reveal another wig. But it was a toupee top wig. It was just a little toupee top. I was stifling my laughter so hard. And then the lawyers and the judge, you can see they were just like, are you fucking kidding me? I wanted to stand up and be like, brilliant. This was planned. You came in with a distinct storyline to get out of jury duty. Unless he was really crazy. If you were really crazy, I'm sorry. But it was amazing.
That is like a RuPaul.
It was.
like,
I was
show
like,
I've ever
was
seen.
this guy like a RuPaul's fan? And he's like, you know what? I'm pulling what's her name?
Roxy Andrews.
Roxy Andrews at jury duty today.
Oh, Lord.
And it wasn't even a full wig underneath. It was like a toupee. that he just like boop, and then it was not even the same color of his gray hair. It was like this blonde, and I was like, oh, girl.
What were like the lawyers and everyone doing? Were they
Some of the lawyers were like, is this really happening? And then the judge, you can tell he was like, okay, I get what you're doing. You're trying to get out of jury duty.
Yeah.
And I can tell he was like wanting to laugh. And then they kind of just really cut him off really short and dismissed him like right away, like get the crazy out of here. But everybody, there were some people on it that were picked that were like sitting there, like all of us. And they were kind of like looking like, what just happened? Is this really happening? And then there were others like me that was just like, this is genius. You know what I mean? Oh, it made my Friday. It made me so happy.
That's amazing.
Well, that's a note. I mean, if you want to get out of jury,
that's what you do. Yeah. You know what? Come with like props.
Yeah.
Yes.
A storyline. Oh, it made me laugh so hard. It made my little heart skip a beat. I was like, yay, good for you.
See,
good for you.
Still out there.
There is. He woke up that morning and said, you know what? I'm going to put on a show.
Yeah.
I'm going to put on a show.
Maybe it was actually his reel for RuPaul's Drag Race.
Maybe it was. It was Miriam T.
You know, they are casting for the next season.
I know.
By the way, remember, like, there's 17,000 seasons.
Oh, we
of
never
that
talked about that.
We never did.
Oh, there's so... Okay, go ahead, Eric. You were the one who brought up this story. Go
I
ahead.
don't remember the exact number, but I think there's 16 or 12 or 14
All in the
seasons
next year?
in 2023.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, there's like entire new countries that we're getting. Mexico.
In some
we're
countries
getting
we'd even know.
Belgium. Yeah, some of
We're
them
like,
were written
what?
in like the original name of the country that isn't the name.
Wait, did
Yeah.
you Google him?
I did. Yeah, Belgium is one of them, and I want to say like Sweden is another one that we're
Okay.
getting as well. And there's just so many new.
Well, and are they a part of the RuPaul conglomerate? Because
Yeah.
I know that they have like certain areas that they
yeah.
actually don't say RuPaul's Drag Race. It's
Yeah.
It's RuPaul's Drag Race, and we're getting All Stars UK for the first time.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
well, now
Yeah.
they have enough seasons to do it.
Yeah, so
Because they're on season 4, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's just so it's gonna be like every
Ugh.
week. There's a RuPaul.
Are you guys ready for this?
What?
Start your engine. No, I'm kidding. Oh, since we are talking drag, I should say somebody that listens to the show gifted me which I think is going to be our new mascot for the show. Here, I'm going to show it on camera for everybody. Look at her. So for everybody that does listen to the show all the time, knows I have a small obsession with gnomes.
just a small one.
Just a small,
Yeah.
small one. So this was gifted to me, and it is a drag queen gnome.
Yeah.
Bearded, pink hair, mustache, beard, lovely teal sparkly dress, and boa with a mic.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I think she represents the show perfectly. But here's the thing. I don't know what to name her.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be a great idea to present this to our audience, to name her, give her a name. So either email us at thegang@whoinvitedher.net, DM us on whoinvitedher_podcast. I will post a picture of her on our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and leave your comments below on what you want what the name should be for a new mascot, and we will pick the winner at the end of the month in a couple weeks, and we'll send the winner a Who Invited Her t-shirt and maybe like a Moe's gift card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so leave it in the DMs and all of that.
She's
good
really
stuff.
pretty.
Isn't
She is gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
She's so pretty.
I love how accurate it is with like her big feet and everything.
They're
So that's going to
dainty.
be like our new mascot. So we're going to have this contest to give her a name. So look for on social media this week for a picture of her, and then let us know what the names are. We're going to pick the top 3 and then vote on the name.
Yeah. Do you
How
want
did-
to share some of the names you've already thought of?
So I thought of Gnome Malone. Well, I didn't, but my friend did. Gnome Malone, I thought was brilliant.
No,
Yeah.
it's such a good one.
Or You Don't Gnome Me.
You don't know me.
It's a no, come on.
Wait, are there extra credit points for if they actually use the word gnome?
Yes,
Yes.
extra credit points if
Yes.
you can put Gnome into the title. Oh, I'm curious to see what people are gonna say.
I love it.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
But should we get to some pop culture news that's been happening this
what's
week?
been going on?
As I take a sip of my alcohol. So this is kind of somebody had brought this up to me, and I think it's a really good topic. But I was also looking through news stories that the whole Harry Potter franchise and how they have the Fantastic Beasts and series. So that originally was going to be a 5-part movie of the series. But turns out they canceled the rest of the movie franchise after the last one due to, which I think is appropriate, J.K. Rowling and all of the bullshit she says about trans lives because she's an idiot. And I'm serious, she is. She's an uneducated woman. And Ezra Miller, all the drama he's in, and now Johnny Depp with everything. So they quietly pulled the plug on the rest of the franchise, even though J.K. Rowling came out and said that, yes, there will be 5 movies in it. But the studio said, no, there's not going to be. We're not doing it anymore. Wow. So my question to you guys is so I know, Chris, you've watched the Harry Potter films, right? Yeah. And you're new to them, Eric.
Yeah.
Knowing everything that J.K. Rowling has come out and said about the trans lives and about the queer community, how do you feel about watching the movies now? Is there a way to separate the artist from the artwork, or do we boycott the movies because of the creator of them, even though the art, or do we look at him as a sole?
Well, I also look at
entity?
it from not only just the perspective of the person that contributed the writing for it, but also the artwork of the artists themselves.
Yeah.
All of the actors, the directors, all the effort that went into producing these films. And unfortunately, it takes that one person to destroy, a brand, an identity,
And a franchise.
Yeah.
I mean, is she privately funding these other films that were supposed to
I
come
know,
out?
right?
But I think honestly, that's really cases. For me, I would feel looking at those films and recognizing that, hey, there are artists and there are, actors that put effort, life, and energy into these and it made them come to life.
Yeah.
And it touches so many people in many different ways. I mean, my niece is a diehard, Harry Potter fan. She's got the Wand collection and everything. And so for me, it's like, no, I think, we can continue to watch the films and just recognize that unfortunately there is an idiot out there that was a part of it in some way.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part, is that it did come from her creation. But like you said, Chris, it's the artistry that went into the actual films. Now, the book is a different topic because the book is all her. But when it comes to the films, it was a collective. There's so many other artists and queer artists that have worked on those films and have brought them to life. So by not watching those films, are we not supporting other artists, other queer artists?
Right.
For one person's actions?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And then you also have the situation of the films actually have spin-offs that may not actually come from the writer themselves.
Yeah.
So there could be a Harry Potter spin-off that actually is something completely different that another writer writes upon, but kind of touches that, it weaves into that storyline.
I think the thing that's like a challenge for me though is that even the spin-offs, even the other things, she will still make money off
That's
that.
the thing that gets me.
And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
And I'm very torn. It's similar to me of shopping at stores that, are not supportive of gay community and culture.
Like which
one? Like Hobby Lobby. That one.
Hobby Lobby. Oh, gross. Those idiots.
But I can even counter argue myself. It's I also don't know the political views of my dry cleaner. If I did, would I stop going? So it's hard because people are so famous. We know what they've said. We know we're able to track that. But then there's also small individual small businesses. I don't know what the politics of my Thai restaurant down the street is, but maybe if I did, I probably wouldn't visit them. So it's tough. So I think I try to actively avoid things when I can to help support, the community, but it's impossible to be on top of everything because you just don't know.
Yeah, no, it's true. I agree with that. But it just sucks that why does she have to be an idiot?
I know.
Not everybody can be perfect.
I know. God damn it. And I love those movies. I even like the Fantastic Beasts, even though people bashed them and they got really bad reviews.
I liked the first Fantastic Beasts probably better than the Harry Potters.
Really?
Yeah.
I really liked it. It was
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was really interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But other big news was were you guys watching the elections all week?
Yeah, some of it.
Oh, I hope everybody went out and vote. They thought it was going to be this huge red wave. It was like a little trickle. You know what I mean? Which I was like, yes, those bitches. It was interesting watching like social media before the elections this week, how a lot of the right wing were like, we're going to give it to you and liberals. And then now they're like, some people were like, you know what? I'm done. You know what I mean? Like they got schooled. But it was huge history for the LGBTQ community this election, because there was a lot of people within our community that got that got into the House of Representatives, all of that stuff, that won their election. Yeah. So some of them, we're not gonna go through all of them, but some of the notable ones were Democrat Maureen Haley, who handled Massachusetts. She's the one who won Massachusetts, which was a big. People were like, I don't know about this, but she ended up being She beat the Republican. Is it Jeffrey Dia? I don't know what his name is, but she won 70% of the vote. So and she's already the state's attorney general. So now, yeah, she's the first openly lesbian governor ever.
I love it.
I know. Other one, Democratic James Rosner won his district in New Hampshire. So that's a good one. Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Well, and I think that's one of the things is like seeing how much activation. I mean, I was scared when November 8th hit. I was like, "Are you serious?
Yeah,
we can't go through this again."
I know. Yeah. I was like, so the one that I thought was really interesting was the Montana. So this was interesting because Montana lawmakers passed a string of anti-LGBT plus legislation in the last year, but this election, Democrats Zoe Zephyr and S.J. Howell have become the first trans women and non-binary person to represent in state legislature for Montana.
That's great.
Yeah, after especially a year of really strong anti-LGBTQ laws, the people within Montana voted for a trans person to represent them. So I thought that was, I don't know, that's like huge, I think. So.
Yeah. I never really thought as a kid that in my lifetime I would see like trans people as elected. I never did too.
Or openly gay, or openly lesbian, openly non-binary, however you want to describe yourself or identify, that is not cis, white, straight, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But do you guys consider yourself political?
I'm pretty moderate about it. Yeah.
You, Eric?
I follow the news, but I'm not super politically active.
Why not?
Think. I mean, I like to know what's going on in the world, but it's not something that like makes me like crazy angry. Although it does, but it's.
See, I was like that with the whole when Trump was in office. I was watching the news all the time.
Me too.
And I learned from myself. It was just so negative. So I was like, I can't do this every day. It affects you mentally. Mm-hmm. So now I tune in here and there, make sure that everything's running okay. But I'm like, I'll find out if we're going to be Handmaid's Tale. I'll find out.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for my iPhone to give me the next CNN update. That's
right?
It.
Oh, God.
I mean, during the Trump administration, it was nothing but just pop up.
Pop up. It was insane.
It's been moderate now.
Yeah. But now the whole thing with Twitter. What do you guys think about this? After 2 weeks, Elon Musk took over Twitter, and now it's like a death spiral for Twitter and the right wing.
It's so entertaining to watch what's going on.
He fired like half of the staff, and like 2 of the huge CEOs of Twitter quit. And now it's like they were saying it's just a spiral going down. Like it's the worst thing that's happened because the revenue is not coming in for Twitter anymore. And then I love how like in an article I was reading, they said that Trump, you know how Trump tried to do his own? Mm-hmm. Horribly failed.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that
Kanye West is
Kanye West. That's
no, he's talking about buying that one and taking it over.
And so now that Elon Musk took over Twitter, horribly failing. In 2 weeks, he had talked about it going bankrupt.
Yeah, he actually said it might go bankrupt.
Wow.
Yeah, it's literally like he turned this social network into a soap opera.
He did, but it's so entertaining.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. I saw this one tweet that came out this morning. It was a senator who said, your cars are being investigated for like self-driving, crashing, and killing people. Twitter's like an absolute mess and falling apart. And something else about one of his other companies, he was like, fix your companies or the government will do it for you.
Oh.
I know. I just think he is so out of touch with the reality.
Yes.
Like he is beyond out of touch with the reality.
Yeah.
But like, it's just, I don't know. Do you think this is going to change social media as a whole? Now that like even Facebook, laid off thousands of people or whatever this week. So like it feels like there's a shift with social media that's starting to happen.
Well, I think that's interesting because like with Twitter, like you look at the demographic, who is it usually that uses it? It's business people.
Yeah.
It's, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where Facebook is more of a generational, like, it was the first social media platform. And now the younger populations are going to TikTok.
Yeah.
So I think, when Elon Musk came in and bought Twitter, there was a whole discussion about relaunching Vine. Which was
that's
our
right.
original
Vine.
TikTok.
Yeah.
So for us, it's kind of like, well,
Wasn't Vine already out? It doesn't TikTok take over. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking just looking for a competitive way to keep on it. I mean, obviously he's never been the creator of anything. It's always been this discussion of he's just a businessman.
Yeah.
He knows how to financially get people to invest in projects that fail.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so do you prefer TikTok or Instagram Reels?
TikTok.
I mean, I don't even use TikTok, but TikTok, I still prefer it.
You know what I hate on TikTok? Don't send me advertisements about these fucking mushrooms anymore. I'm tired of seeing replace your coffee with mushrooms.
Oh
My God. I'm like mud water. Fuck.
Yes.
You know what? If you want to sponsor the show, that's another thing. But
she doesn't even drink coffee.
I don't. No, I do. I drink a lot of coffee. But mud water, if you want to sponsor us, I'll totally back you. Even though I'm like, don't send me your ads. I'm tired of it.
There's nothing better than to learn how to make a Cornish game hen in 30 seconds.
Right?
That's it. That's why I'm on TikTok. I'm all for it.
God, I do love TikTok. You know what I love? The conspiracy theories, which we were talking about a couple of the weird ones that are out right now. But the conspiracy theories that people go through, and I'm just like, there are a bunch of crazies in this world, and TikTok proves it.
It really does. Sometimes they don't need a voice.
Well, what was it when you were talking about earlier, Chris? About the oceans?
Oh, well, that the polar ice cap is melting, and so there's this discussion that there's all these explosions happening that the government is doing with the intent to neutralize potentially these prehistoric creatures that are being released from the polar ice cap.
Miriam T has already been released from the. No, I'm kidding. I know. I love bagging on her, that bitch. It's true. And diseases.
Diseases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's already opened Pandora's box. We've been through 3 years of hell.
Yeah.
Monkeypox.
COVID.
Corona variants, et cetera.
Yeah. What's next? I think
Don't
people
ask
are like, that's it? That's all you're going to do? This is boring. Bring a book.
Wow.
I don't know. But the other thing I am religious about on TikTok, this is the stupidest thing. The people that claim to be time travelers.
You told me about
that. I
this.
don't know why I'm still obsessed.
Why is that
with
on your
this
FYP?
I don't know. I think it's
Were
hilarious.
you high when you were looking at time travel?
Absolutely. I love that. And the other ones that I'm obsessed with, this is going to sound really creepy. People that make dolls. Like the little figurines. I could sit there and watch that for hours.
Like
I don't
taxidermy or
No, I'm not that creepy. God
little
damn it,
mice
Chris.
that are just getting recreated?
Yeah, just little
The stripper mouse?
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, like people that make doll figurines.
You watch the strangest things
do.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. It's really strange. We're going to go on a break. No, I'm kidding. No, we're going to take a quick break. You guys refill, drink, go to the bathroom. We will be right back. We have a game to play that's related to Wakanda Forever. I know.
Random.
If you're watching the show on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give these idiots a like. You can follow the show on Instagram at whoinvitedher_podcast and on Twitter and Facebook at whoinvitedhersd. Visit the show's website at whoinvitedher.net for merchandise and other crap. Now sit back and enjoy the rest of this dumpster fire.
Hey everybody. Sorry.
Wow. Have another cigarette.
I'm dying. No,
I got the black lung, Paul.
I got the black lung. That's not funny. There are people. No, I'm kidding. We're back for break, everybody. So I was talking about this on break. So I don't know if any of you out there have been watching the new American Horror Story season. That is very gay. It's about like the 1970s, early 80s. Like New York, it kind of touches on the AIDS epidemic, but it's not. They don't say it's AIDS in the show, but it's very reminiscent of that and serial killer and all that. This is the thing. Every time I've watched this season, I've been super high on weed. Let's just make that clear. I can't tell if it's horrible writing and horrible acting or if it's just that I'm high.
I mean, if you're high, it should actually be pretty good no matter
But
what.
hold on, let me take a sip.
Oh, she's having a moment.
Yeah.
I had a coconut macaroon on our break, and now it's the coconut stuck in my throat. God damn it.
It's Ryan Murphy. That's Ryan Murphy in your throat.
Ew. No, thank you. But Big Daddy, yes. For all of you who are watching the season. So this is the other thing. Every time I get high and I watch something, I'm like, why are they bad acting? Everything seems bad acting to me when I'm high.
Wait, isn't it a lot of the same actors from previous
is.
seasons that who are great at acting?
Yes, but some of them, I'm like, why are you overacting? Like, what is going on? I don't know if it's me or if the show is really, this season's just not good.
Well, I wonder if it's also like a play on the 80s because like everything in the 80s was like super over the top.
No.
No. I was reaching.
I know you were. I don't know. It's a very interesting season. It feels very dialed in for Ryan Murphy, and I will say that because I know his contract is ending with FX and all of that.
And Fox,
and he's going to Netflix. So Ryan Murphy feels like you dialed this season in.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as good as your last American Horror Stories, and as a fan of the series, girl, you gotta do a better job.
All right, but let's talk about like good shows.
Good shows?
Good Ryan Murphy shows.
Hello, Coven.
Versace.
Oh,
that
amazing.
was a good one. Yeah.
Oh, Feud. The Betty.
Feud was great.
So
I
good.
thought they were going to do a whole series on that.
I
like,
did too. What
I did
happened with
too.
that, Ryan
It was-
Murphy?
It was supposed to be Diana and Charles.
Yeah,
for the
that's
next
what I
one.
Yeah.
Well, I
I don't know.
I guess his Fox contract ended and they stopped.
so-
He's like deuces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Glee. Oh, that's the other thing. Ryan Murphy's thinking of rebooting a version of Glee.
No.
Don't do it. No, don't.
They're
We
all
did
senior
it already.
citizens now.
Huh?
They're all senior citizens.
Yeah,
now.
no, don't do it. We don't need it. No. It already did. Stop with these reboots. Think of something new to do.
Yes.
Come on, Ryan Murphy.
Yeah.
And except for Dahmer. Dahmer was,
Yeah.
we didn't need that.
choices.
I know. Maybe he's just losing his touch. Maybe he's just like, I don't know, getting
I don't
complacent.
I don't know. What was the one about old Hollywood? That one was.
Oh,
really
that one was pretty good. It was
Yeah.
called Hollywood.
Oh.
I don't know. That's what I think it was called.
That's hard to remember.
Oh, very hard. But that one was actually good.
That was good.
I don't like the American Horror Story shorts.
Oh, the
stories. I'm okay
Yeah.
without it.
I wasn't really big on that whole, the one with the Olympian in it. What was that one?
The Olympian.
Yeah, it was it was the one with the like 80s themed, like they were out in the lake, and it was almost a spin-off of the whole
Cabin. It was like
Yes.
in the Oh, Fear something. It was. I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was not
It was like
memorable.
1987 or something.
1984. It was
Yes.
called 1984.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what it was.
yeah, that
Yeah.
Roanoke.
Yeah. I don't. Roanoke too was like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just the new one feels very gay, but very pandering to the gay community. Is that sound? I don't know how to put it, but I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
he's just tired.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's just
Yeah.
wrapping his contract. That's what he's doing.
Maybe
I
it's
think
just
s-
like,
I
girl,
think
pull it
so.
together. Shit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What was else? Oh, so since we're talking about horror films, there was this article that came out, or while I was doing research for the show, that I found out, or I thought was hilarious. It is, where is it at? If I can find it. Nope, not that one. I'm so bad. Nope, not her. Oh, how you would die in a horror film based on your zodiac sign. So, Eric, you are a Capricorn.
Yeah.
We're only going to do our signs because if you want the full list, well, I'll give you the full list. We'll go through it really quick, but I'll go in depth on ours.
Yeah, we mostly only care about ourselves.
Of course. So if you are an Aries, which I know a couple of you who listen to our show regularly, you will motorcycle jump into an invisible wall. Is how you're gonna die.
Oh.
Just like in what is it, Cabin in the Woods? Do you remember? Nobody?
No.
This is when I need bread.
This is when you need bread.
This is when I need bread. And if you are, where's a Gemini, you will get ripped open by a chest burster like in Aliens. If you're a Gemini, that's how you will die in a horror film.
Right.
Cancers, you will get eaten by a succubus like in Jennifer's Body. Eaten by a succubus.
Okay.
Yeah. And let's see, Leos.
Yes.
Chris. Oh, you will get ice picked to death by Dr. Frankenfurter in Rocky Horror.
Oh.
This is why I don't pay my copay.
Is this why? Yeah, you're going to get picked to death. Aw, poor Leos.
Pick me. Pick me.
Pick me. Next one, Virgos. Our producer Rob. Rob, this is how you're going to die in a horror film. You will be Rub Goldenberg in Final Destination.
Anything Final Destination.
You know what that means? A log is going to fall off the car in front of you, go through your windshield, and just stab you in the chest. That's how
real.
he did. Yeah, that's how he died in Final Destination.
Anytime I'm behind a truck like that, I'm always worried.
Me too. I just moved.
I can't.
Yeah.
Libra, our old co-host Bashi, you will be slashed to death by Ghostface from Scream. He'd probably appreciate that. He'd be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Well, he'd complain the entire time.
Oh, he would. He'd be like, you're not slashing the right way.
That doesn't hurt.
This
doesn't
doesn't feel
work for
real.
me. This doesn't feel real. I don't believe you. Yep. Scorpios, you will be tortured by a Cinnabite, just like in Hellraiser.
Ooh.
A Cinnabon?
Cinnabon.
I'm always
sounds-
tortured by Cinnabon when I'm in the mall. I'm walking around and smelling it.
Smelling it, you're like, God damn you, Cinnabon. Oh, I used to love a good warm Cinnabon.
I know.
Where is he? No, I'm kidding. No, nobody. Sagittarius, I am spitting all over the place, by the way. I don't know what's going on with me. You will die giving birth to a car baby. A car baby. To a car baby a la... Yeah, do you know this movie? I don't know this movie.
No.
I don't know. Well, they're Scorpios, so you know what they say about Scorpios. Nothing. Capricorns.
Me.
Oh, this one's good. You will jump off a cliff like Hargy Alder in Midsummer. Have you seen that movie?
Oh my
No.
gosh, that movie's intense.
Oh, it's intense. I don't see you jumping off a cliff.
bridge. No.
No, you wouldn't.
I want to get stabbed into my
Unless
breast
Caesar
implant.
goes first and you're going to chase him afterwards. You want to what?
I want to get stabbed in my breast implant. Just like the
Like-
Scream parody movies.
Scary movie
Yes.
where Carmen Electra gets...
Yes.
Where
That's
you
how I-
actually don't die from the stabbing, your rupture actually
Yeah,
kills
that's
you.
that's
Yeah.
how I want to get
Okay.
killed in a horror
Okay.
movie.
That's how you would want to go?
Yeah, and then I want to run through the sprinklers and then stop and then flip my hair
Hair.
as I'm being chased.
As you're in like the skimpiest outfit ever.
Uh-huh.
And your one big titty's
Yeah,
just hanging out.
It's a Saturday night.
Oh, that
Why
sounds
not?
good. Was in that spot last night?
Exactly.
Aquarius, me, I am going to die by Samira will crawl out of the TV and fatally scare me. That is actually what
That,
deserve.
I
that
can
actually
see-
is how you would have
Yeah,
it.
it was-
You would be high as fuck.
Fuck, and I would just have a heart attack. My little old charcoal piece of a heart would just give out on me and
Or it
call it
might
a
be
day.
Gnome Malone that comes after you.
I know. So my friend Steven, friend of the podcast, he is convinced because, as many people know, I have a small obsession with gnomes, right? So I have them all over the place. Chris gifted me 2 chulo gnomes. And then my mom just gave me one that is the gayest gnome ever. It has like a bunch of flowers in there and it's hula hooping and it lights up. I don't know. She apparently went to the store solid and thought of me. I'm like, wow, thanks, Mom. And so I have a lot of gnomes. So Steven's convinced that they come alive at night when I'm asleep and they have turf wars in my apartment. I was like, you know what? I'm putting a camera out there because if this is true, this is going to be a web series. You know what I mean?
All I have to say is I'm glad I got you the cholos. To defend the
Yeah.
turf.
Yeah, they're the ones who run the living room.
It's like the most popular girls. It's just like
But
that
gnomes.
show, but with gnomes.
But now Little Miss Drag Gnome, she's going to be like the queen coming
She's in charge.
talking business.
They're all going to look at her. She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even
Yeah.
go here. Who
I
brought
picture
her?
having like a very deep, raspy voice.
Oh, like, hi guys, it's me. Well, when we get her name.
Temporarily know me Malone.
Temporary. No, me. Okay, Pisces, your body will get harvest by Scarlett Johansson in Pool of Alien Goo. What movie is that?
I
Oh,
thought that
Under
was-
the Skin.
No, I thought that was Species. You know what that
Oh,
would be, Tentacle?
Species. Yes. Do you remember that movie? Well, that's the list.
Yeah.
How would you want to go if you could pick a way to go? This is getting really morbid, but how would you want to go? Peacefully in my sleep.
The
Yeah.
Catacombs in Paris.
Get lost down there?
Yeah.
That's creepy, Chris.
I mean, if you're going to
Why
go,
not?
make a
Would you
film.
want to go out big?
Or maybe Blair Witch style.
Okay.
My own documentary, and then all of a sudden I just disappear.
Disappear and nobody hears from you, and we
Yeah.
find tapes later.
Just
we find
tease.
out what happens to you.
Exactly.
You know how I want to go? I want to be eaten by my twin. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Maddie's probably listening going, what the fuck?
I'm not Dahmer.
I'm not.
She is in the city.
She is in the city. How would you want to go, Eric?
I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I don't know.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah, daily for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about my funeral and how I'm like, I want to be able to watch. I want to see who shows up.
I'm going to be
And then
Winona
I'm
Ryder.
gonna.
I'm going to be Winona Ryder in the red dress.
Are you?
At your funeral.
I thought you were saying Winona Ryder from at the end of what's that movie where she has the smoke all over her?
Heathers.
Heathers.
Yes,
I thought you were gonna show up like that.
We could all just show up like Heathers.
All of them.
Tony's dead.
Dad. No, that's
No.
horrible. Oh man! But since we're talking about movies, I did want to, which I'm excited to see. I'm going to see it this week, and I wish I could have seen it when it came out on Thursday. But Wakanda Forever just came out.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the Lindsay Lohan. Christmas
Oh, that
movie.
too.
I really thought you were building up to that.
No, fool. That is just going to be a train wreck waiting to happen, and I can't wait. Well, okay, let's talk about the Lindsay Lohan.
Yes.
So Lindsay Lohan's Christmas movie just released on Netflix on Friday.
Yes.
And it's her first time going back like a movie.
Yeah.
So I've watched the trailer and a little bit of clips of this. She looks great.
She
she
looks great.
She's really pulled it back together. Like
Yeah.
I've seen her some of her interviews
I'm
that
excited.
she's had, and she looks healthy. She looks coherent.
So this is the thing. I'm gonna watch it high and see how bad the acting is.
If it's bad, then you know it's your weed.
Yeah, it's the weed. The weed makes everybody bad actors. That's what it's gonna be.
The gnomes are going to come
No,
alive.
the gnomes. They're all sitting there going like, "Girl, no."
Choices.
Choices.
No, but I actually heard that Lindsay Lohan got married.
Did she?
Yeah.
Really?
Good
I-
for her.
I heard that. I think it was actually when she was promoting the film. She was on a show. I don't remember if it was Ellen or someone. Actually, no, not Ellen. It was a different show.
DeGeneres? No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
But no, I think she said she got married.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I wonder
Good
if
for
she still
her.
lives in Dubai.
Oh, really? She
I
lives in
think she
Dubai?
does.
She lives in
doesn't she?
Dubai. Yeah. Something about like they don't really like recognize her there like as a celebrity. So she really likes it there. And like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Good for
Yeah,
her.
she chooses to live there.
Okay.
Very weird.
Well, I am excited to see her movie
Me
because I know
too.
it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
But I also am very excited about Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
Shut up, Eric. I am. I've been waiting for this movie because one, they have Hispanic representation for the first time in Marvel. Well, not the first time because American Chavez was in Doctor Strange, the Multiverse, and that was the very first Hispanic Latino character to be featured in the Marvel Universe. And now in Wakanda Forever, it's a whole group of people. Like if you look at the roster of the cast, it is all people of color.
That's awesome.
Which I'm like, oh, finally. You know what I mean? I'm really looking forward to it, which we didn't talk about Rihanna's song that she released for it.
right. It is for that movie.
Yeah, what did you think?
Um,
It's a little slow burn, but
yeah. My favorite meme was it's the guy that's like squinting and leaning forward and he's like hunched over and it said everyone waiting for Rihanna's like the beat to drop.
And it never drops. It never drops. But it's a good song for the film. It makes you want to see the film. I'm going to see it on Tuesday, so next week I'll have a full review of Wakanda Forever, what I thought, all of that shit.
Yeah.
So
There's actually I saw a TikTok video that they were talking about the people of color, Black people are recommended to dress in all white with accents of either African, like prints, purple, gold. Other people of color, like other brown people, Latino, Mexican, are encouraged to wear white as well.
Okay.
And then just various colors of within that region of that country. So it's really interesting to see how they're really pulling in all different, people of color communities to celebrate this film. I mean, it's an amazing film to actually see that they're celebrating Aztec and Mexican culture, and in a way that has never been done before. And what's the main character's name? The one that plays
Namor or something like that. But he was Submariner.
Yeah, I think
Submariner was his code name or whatever.
His real name is Tenoch.
Tenoch, yeah.
Tenoch, yeah. And he
the
actually
actor,
spoke,
right?
Yeah, the actor.
The actor.
And it was great because he
Here
spoke.
I am doing the comic book name. He was Submariner in the original. No, I'm kidding.
But it was awesome to hear him during an interview talk about how, even in Mexico itself, traditionally you don't see dark-skinned people in movies. It's fair skin. And even to see now that in main Hollywood scene that you actually have people of dark toned skin being represented.
Why is that?
I think it's just traditionally like recognizing that some people think that dark skin is working class. And so it's a separation of like this identity of like fair skin means wealth, dark skin means working class. And I think that's, for him to come forward and to speak to that, awesome. I think it's just yeah. Thank you, Hollywood. Thank you, Marvel, for doing this. It's an amazing thing for our community.
Yeah. And I can't wait to see like because I'm a comic book nerd. I grew up on the Marvel universe. I used to collect when I was a kid. That's how I taught myself to draw, all that kind of stuff. So for me, when I see characters that I grew up with coming in film, it makes me just like so happy.
Yeah.
That's why I can't wait for this movie. But I thought we would play a game.
Oh, yeah.
In honor of Wakanda Forever. So this is a segment we haven't done since I think producer Rob's been on the show.
Oh, wow.
It is a game we used to play.
Let's see if it works.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
So put your fucking clothes on. Seriously. Because I got to get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, Rob.
Get your money and get the fuck out of here.
Right, let me get the fuck.
Yeah.
We haven't done this in a long time.
We have not done this in forever.
Get out of here. So this is a segment called Get the Fuck Out of Here. We're going to do weirdest legit Marvel characters. So I'm going to give you a choice of 3. You got to pick the real legit Marvel character.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a list of 3, and we're going to do like 5 of these. In honor of. Okay, ready? Do you want the first one?
Yep.
First one. The Footman has the power to change the size of anyone's feet, including his own.
Okay.
Or
useful.
Doorman can turn himself into a door for others to pass through. Or Waterman, he can control water. Duh. Which one is the real Marvel Universe superhero hero or villain?
I'm going to go with Footman.
Footman?
Yeah.
What about you?
I say Doorman.
Doorman?
I feel like it's like where they pass through a different universe. They use his body as
Chris was right. Doorman.
Wow.
Yeah.
Doorman originally started in Marvel Universe. His first abilities was he can go through a solid object and create a doorway for other people to go through. But then later in the comic book realm, he got additional powers, which made him like stronger and all this kind of stuff. But his original ability was so stupid.
That's really dumb.
Doorman. Okay, next one's ready. Captain Fun can control laughter and have people laugh to death.
Okay.
Slapstick, a living cartoon character. The Wall, they can create a wall or a barrier around any object or person, including themselves. Which one is the real Marvel Universe character?
I feel it's the Wall.
I like the laughing one.
Captain the Funny?
Yeah.
You're both wrong. It's Slapstick. Slapstick started off as a character in the Marvel Universe, he gets sucked into another dimension where they change his molecules and he comes back and he's able to manipulate his body. But he is a living cartoon. Like, he's like a cartoon. He only lasted maybe 2 comic book appearances, and then they were like, this character's not going to go anywhere. Because, one, he can't die. He had a lot of the same powers as Deadpool, but Deadpool was a fan favorite, and so that's why you never hear of Slapstick, because they were like, well, no, Deadpool kind of took that role, and that's kind of who they populated instead of Slapstick. But Slapstick was a real character.
I think they just renamed him to Roger Rabbit.
Right.
Roger Rabbit. Okay, next one. Ruby Thursday replaced her head with a ruby color orb that has plastic circuitry in it, is one character. Lady Decker can change any part of her body into a tool. I'm telling you, some of these are the weirdest
Wait, did
ones.
you say Decker, like Black and Decker?
Yes, Lady Decker. Sapphire Sunday, she produces a blue flame that can either run extremely hot or extremely cold.
These all sound like bar and club nights.
I know. So wait, okay. So which one is the real Marvel superhero? Ruby Thursday, Lady Decker, or Sapphire Sunday?
I like Lady Decker.
What about you, Chris?
Oh, Sapphire Sunday.
You both are wrong.
Yes, I'm so good at this game.
No, Ruby Thursday was actually a brilliant scientist in the Marvel Universe, and she decided to replace her head with a ruby-colored plastic orb that had circuitry in it. But later, her powers included that she could manipulate the orb to different objects to attack and all this stuff. But she purposely, like, replaced her head. Yeah.
Princess Mumby.
So I like how they described her in some of the fan fiction is like she has a rockin' body but a tiny little orb head. It's so weird. And they said that she was able to change the shape of the orb of her head because in the original comic book appearances her head was very tiny and it was an artist's mistake. So that's how they tried to correct it by giving her the ability to change the shape of her head. And her name Ruby Thursday is actually named after a Beatles song.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That is weird.
These people were on acid.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next ones. Okay, first character, Almighty Dollar.
Okay.
Has the ability to shoot tons and torrents of pennies from his wrists. Foulmouth has the ability to produce toxic gas from any part of his body that kills anybody and anyone it comes in contact with.
I've had ex-boyfriends that do that.
It comes in contact with
Taco
or
Tuesday.
they inhale the gas. That is Foulmouth. And then M. Peacock has the ability to hypnotize and mind control anyone that looks into their feather, like eyeball feathers, that is produced from the back of his head. Which one is the real Marvel Universe character?
I go
Almighty
Foulmouth.
Dollar, Foulmouth, or M. Peacock?
I say Foulmouth.
I like M. Peacock.
You both are wrong. It is Almighty Dollar.
We are burning this.
Was
Wow.
first appeared in the 1960s, and he was part of a group of characters that was, I want to say it was one of the spin-off of the Avengers. I could be wrong. You can check me on that. But they did, they got experimented on by this company, and they inject him with serums, and his ability was to literally shoot pennies from his wrist.
I wonder, does he have to go and refill the pennies himself?
I have no idea.
Or-
He only made it in a couple comic book appearances, and then they killed him off. So, but isn't
Yeah,
why?
It reminds me of what was that duck? What is it? The DuckTales with the uncle that had all the gold coins.
Oh, DuckTales.
Yeah,
And it was
DuckTales.
Scrooge McDuck and then
Scrooge,
Huey,
yeah,
Dewey,
he used to
and
always duck
Dewey.
into the
Yeah.
money. Like that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah. Or Howard the Duck. I mean, that whole series was
Oh.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
which they're supposed to turn into live action. But Jesus Christ. Are you ready for the last one of
Yeah.
this?
We're gonna win.
You haven't gotten any.
I haven't
Chris
gotten
got
a
one
single
right.
one.
That's it. Because this is how ridiculous these characters are. Okay, ready? The last one. Everybody, I hope they're playing at home and they're probably yelling at the.
I'm sure
at the,
they're screaming
I
at
know.
us.
The Phone Ranger
Okay.
Has the ability to access every conceivable communication system in the world. Platypus Kid was born with webbed feet and hands and extra hairy torso and has the ability to breathe underwater and swim very fast.
Don't talk
Okay.
about me like that.
I know. Bookend has every single book or written word in his mind, and anything he writes can come true.
Huh.
Which one is the real Marvel Universe character? Phone Ranger, Platypus Kid, or Bookend?
I'm gonna go with Phone Ranger.
I say Platypus Kid.
Eric was right. Phone Ranger.
One
One
for
of the
one.
most ridiculous characters. So his origin story, from what I remember, is he worked for like Pac Bell, whatever the old. I know, Eric. It is so stupid. So he is like fixing a phone, like the
Sponsored
old
by AT&T.
I know. Old dial-up that had an alien spaceship inside the phone, and when he undid it, he possessed the power of communication. It is so stupid. But he is a real character from like the early I want to say the 60s, around that
Wow.
era of Golden Age Marvel.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was a real character.
Yeah, that was me when I had my Razor sidekick.
Or your BlackBerry.
Oh, my
Yeah.
BlackBerry.
God, Razor is isn't Razor coming back?
They
Like,
did
have-
actually.
They
It's
did.
really weird with
It's a
folding
flip
screen.
phone, yes.
Yeah,
Folding screen.
right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our little game. Get the fuck out of the weirdest. There were some oddballs on the. We could have done a whole show of these
Totally.
weird characters.
Yeah.
But me getting really high last night trying to come up with the other weird characters that were not real was not hard at all.
You know what you should do next
What?
week? Let's do Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda forever.
Real and fake.
Real and fake.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Potential.
true. Potential. There you go.
Yeah.
But I think it's time for.
And then there's Carol.
Yes,
And then there's Carol.
we all got them.
Sassy, slutty, sexy, stinky. Right on, Carol.
Carol, for once in your life, shut your damn mouth.
Okay, Eric, I know you have
Yeah.
a Carol you've been sitting on. You're dying to talk
Yeah.
about. Go.
My Carol is Uber and your goddamn notifications. So we all went to Croatia a couple months ago. What is it, like 2 or 3 months ago now?
Yeah.
And for the last 2 weeks since I've come back, I've taken multiple trips here in San Diego on Uber, but every 2 weeks I get a notification saying you have 30% off for your next 5 rides in Split, Croatia. And I'm like, stop reminding me. I want to be back so badly. Like, this is torture. Please stop doing this. Why are
That
you
is
doing
just
this?
mean.
It
That
is
is mean, Uber.
Yeah, and
fix it.
It always happens like in the middle of like a work hour, and I look at it and I'm like,
You're like,
"Fuck, I want to be back in Croatia."
Croatia.
It's
That's
so
just
rude.
rude.
It is. Fix it.
That is real rude.
And
I
it's so
can't.
weird. Every time I do it, I like purposely open the app to like update my GPS or something. What is the problem here?
Yeah. Is it still doing it?
It still does it. Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I
So
would be so
strange.
pissed. You know what you do? Get rid of the app and re-download it.
Oh.
Right?
No, it's probably
No?
locked into your.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're like, we're gonna mess with this motherfucker.
I would tweet them if Elon Musk didn't make
Own him?
Twitter a mess. maybe I could spoof Uber and
Yeah.
like
Oh my God, be a
Verified.
verified Uber and say, guess what? You guys are all free and Split. Everybody who gets free Uber and Split.
You actually get a free trip to Croatia.
I know out of it. Oh my God. What about you, Chris? Do you have a Carol? What's been pissing you off, getting under your skin this week?
You know, I'm newly single, and
Yes,
anybody
you
on
are.
the apps.
I have covered the apps in.
I know.
Why? What is bugging you about the gay apps and the app
So
dating
I'm a
apps?
pretty social person, and I feel like I can, hold my own, and I hold good conversations. But
Yeah.
then it's just like, and ghost.
Oh.
I feel like Demi Moore, and ghost. I'm like Whoopi Goldberg, hold me.
Hold me. Molly, you in danger, girl.
Hold me while I text back.
Yeah, I don't see the little 3 dots. They're not responding.
They hate me. What did I do?
Yeah, but I think it's just, it's a learning curve. It's been
It is.
13 years, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, well, this is a new advice. A new
Yeah.
device, new life.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Oh, the apps. I don't take those seriously. I'm
No.
like, yeah, this is because I did get into kind of a text war with somebody on the apps who was like just taking it way too serious. I was like, look, dude, the apps are what you make of it. It really is what you make of it. And if you're putting that energy out, you're going to get that back.
Yep.
Simple as that. Simple
Yeah.
as that. And if you don't take it seriously, it's fun. Just give people shit. You know what I mean? Who cares? Everybody's looking for the same thing on there. If you think, you think everybody is not, you're delusional. But
Yeah.
anyways, my Carol is when you're doing a podcast and one of your co-hosts decides to text maybe a half an hour before the show and say, hey, guess what? I'm somewhere and I'm not gonna be there till 6:30.
Wow.
All I have to say is thank you, co-host.
Bryn's gonna kill me.
She's going to
She's
kill
gonna kill me. I have to give her shit.
That's funny.
Hey, she's part of the cast now.
She
This is what
is.
happens.
Yeah, you
You're
gotta
gonna
be
get
able to
shit.
take
And
a
I know,
joke.
you know what's gonna be the problem with this? She's gonna have a whole week to prepare for a comeback.
Ooh.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a good one
I
too.
know.
You're gonna be a
Bryn, be
Hurkado.
kind. Be kind, huh?
You're gonna be a Hurkado.
I know. She's gonna be like, this motherfucker. No, I'm kidding. Oh my god. But that is our show, everybody.
Yay.
Thank you, Chris, for filling in like
Yeah.
last minute.
My pleasure. Yes.
Yeah, because he just happened to be hanging out here, and I was like, guess what? You're on the show today.
I'm making a comeback.
There you go. Give
Yeah.
everybody the deets on what's happening in the Christmas light, the tree lighting in Chula Vista and in Little Italy. How do people go see that if they want to bring their families? Give them all the details.
Yeah, so Little Italy, we're actually going to be doing a tree lighting with Santa, music, vendors, the whole nine on Saturday, December 3rd from 5:30 to 8:30. 4:30 to 8:30. And then Sunday, December 4th, we'll be doing it in downtown Chula Vista. So it's going to be
Nice.
something fun. You know, downtown Chula Vista is used to doing the Starlight Parade, and now you're pivoting and changing it to an actual festival. So it's going to be
Awesome.
fun. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to be a new vibe down there. We had the previous events we've done. A lot of attention has been given down to South Bay and a lot of attention to Chula Vista just because people are looking for a new thing, a fresh thing, and that's definitely the space to be.
How do people get information for it?
You can go to the website for Little Italy is littleitaly.sd.com, or you can go to downtown Chula Vista at downtownchulavista.com. So
There
Nice.
you go.
all the info's there.
And how do people find you,
You
Eric?
can find me on Instagram at DaddyBearEric or complaining on Uber, spoofing them about Croatia.
Uber and Twitter. That's where you'll find them.
Look for the verified Uber
There you
app.
go. You guys, you can follow me. It's Tony underscore macaroni. You can follow the podcast at Who Invited Her _podcast on Instagram. Where is there we go. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We are Who Invited Her SD. What else am I forgetting? Don't
Merch.
forget merch on our website. I actually have some of my artwork that I've done on some of our merch. So you can buy t-shirts of that. We have t-shirts, beanies, a bunch of stuff on there in the store. If you go to the website, click store, you'll see all of that. Don't forget to watch our social media. We will have a picture of this lovely lady right here, and the contest will begin to give her a name. So either email us, thegang@whoinvitedher.net, or DM us on our Insta, whoinvitedher_podcast. And the winner we will announce in December, probably the first week of December, right?
Yeah.
Bonus points for Gnome.
Yeah, bonus points for Gnome, everybody. But that is it for us. We will see everybody next week. Bye.